Okay.
I am now at the OBS. Okay, I am in game. I think it should work. I will say yes. So now I can very smoothly track you, and I
So
on on those very high distances I can very tiny move. I can move very smoothly. This very very tiny
cool.
movement, and
Yeah.
I can do it very smoothly, even at this distance. I have
Okay.
even if my aim like micro there is shakiness. I do not feel it. I do not feel it. And I if you have the shaky aim with your very high sensitivity, it will be so apparent that you won't be able to keep your crosshair on the target. You will constantly try to, for example, micro adjust, and it will be so. Um, it will be very high amount of work put for something that you probably won't be able to fix with very high sensitivity. So that is why we are usually lowering our sensitivities to get
Okay.
the smoother thing. And then after that, what we get is that unfortunately we have another drawback. There is a drawback for this because we have to start moving our arms. Because moving with with the hand, moving with the sole act of rotating the wrist is not enough. I am now having my wrist at the very at my very right, and now if I move my wrist to my left, this is how much on the screen. You will see it on the recording. This is how much of the angle I can actually bend. This is crazy. I cannot move my mouse like entire 360 with my arm, but a certain angle. Um, and if I want to move like entire camera revolution, I have to move my arm. This is the drawback of this, but trust me, this is way better than you can realize it be. It will be hard to get used to it, but I recommend it to you that you will lower your sensitivity and see how it works out. You do not have to keep this, but I really want you to just think about it
Yeah.
for a second.
I'll I'll do it in steps so I can adjust to it over
Yes,
time.
yes, yes. So for example, I don't know, um, for you, uh, going to 20 or about 30 will be a good start. Start with going to 20 and try to look at your mouse settings and try to look at how um, how much of this DPI thing do you have currently? Because this will also impact. There are two settings: one of your mouse, of your very mouse, and how your system communicates to your peripheral, and the another one setting that is in game. So this is game specific. So this is this look sensitivity, aim sensitivity, and the scoped thing. I for some time I had a scoped thing at I think it was 7, and the other ones were 3 and 3. I keep my normal sense high, but aiming and scoped is low. Okay, that is that is actually the reverse of what I was doing, because I was doing the thing that I kept my look sensitivity half of what my aim sensitivity scope is. And this is because I wanted to kind of match the feel of scoped. So I think that, okay, I have scoped, so I have a very narrow kind of field of view. So to be consecutive, and to move the same angle on my scope thing, I have to bump my sensitivity because this is how we kind of perceive the thing. So if we have very high field of view, we feel that the change of angle is very tiny because we have so much that changes that
Yeah.
suddenly I don't know if you feel like this, but this is how I feel with it. Of course, I have the same thing. I did the same treatment for Railjack and for Arcwing because those modes have the same kind of problem.
Mhm.
So they have the separate settings. So they have this 50-50-50 setting. This is the default one. And that's it. Okay, so now let's talk about aiming, but some other thing about aiming.
Okay.
If you will approach, if you will stay there at this corridor, you also heard about this deoxystp probably. So I will be talking about this strafe aiming. So what you can do is that instead of aiming with your mouse and moving your mouse, because this is the primary mean of aiming, right? You move your mouse and wow, your reticle moves. How insightful. But you can do the same. You can obtain the same result by moving your character. So if I am now keeping my mouse stationary and I move my character left and right, I can achieve the same thing. So I can, for example, aim aim at head of the deoxystep. I am not moving my mouse. I am keeping it stationary, but I am moving my character instead, right? So this is what kind of can happen, and I can
You are at the head of the pack.
kill
You are leading the
targets even though
annihilation.
I am moving only my character. I am not moving my mouse. So
Right.
why is it useful? Because sometimes you will need precision, right? You will need this long range move. Headshots do go. Headshots do go through shield gate. Headshots do go through shield gate. Anyway, yeah. So why is it important? Because you might now open yourself onto some possibilities that were not realized by you. For example, when I am aim gliding and my crosshair is way above you, I can wait for my warframe to dip very slowly and for the crosshair to just meet the target by itself. So I am waiting, and I am now just doing this. Or I can, for example, instead of tracking with just mouse movement and doing a physical movement all on my mouse pad, what I can do is that I can just simply aim glide at the target with very fine just micro correction. That's it. There's nothing much to do. I can do the very only the micro correction. So this is why it is important when you are dueling somebody from door to door. You will need fine precision, fine movement. So you can do this fine movement with the little bit tap of for example A or D on your keyboard.
Nice. Oh, okay.
So you can do this. especially if you have this very high sensitivity, right? Because this movement will be much more precise than, for example, trying to aim with your mouse if you have so much sensitivity, and then if you have so much jitter, you have shaky aim, your hand is like you cannot keep your mouse under control. So this is why it is important. Another use is this is what I told you before. So this kind of shift of paradigm that you do not need to move your mouse. You can wait for your crosshair to align on the target, especially if those targets are stationary. So if you, for example, see somebody shoot some door, shoot at some door, let's say, right? You can wait. If you are in on the movement, you
30
can wait
seconds
for
remain.
the crosshair to align of the target and to shoot them. Um, then you can mix those things. So, for example, I can move a little bit on to the right, and a little bit to the right I can move my mouse. So
10 seconds remain. 5, 4.
so now
Okay.
what I did is that
2,
I did very
1.
little mouse movement on my screen,
The
and I
annihilation is
only
yours.
I only followed you by
Yeah.
strafing left and right. You know the term strafing?
Yes.
Yeah. So I strafed left and right, and I was able to follow you while you aim glide. So this is why, and I
The
didn't
match
even
is
need to
yours,
move my
but
mouse
be
that much.
mindful about feeding your
So
ego
if
this
you
victory.
see that, for example, there's a sniper. Snipers do that very often, because they, for example, bullet jump upwards. They start to aim glide for a
Follow
little bit.
is the
They aim
binding
glide
force
in
for a
place
family
because
who,
they
like
start to
D'Artagnan,
acquire the target.
survive death.
You
To
can
kill such an enemy
strafe left
futile
or right
unless
depending
you
on where
sever
does
its
he aim
bond,
glide, and
absorb
still
the
keep
aura
shooting
to
him.
annihilate it, and claim a true victory.
Right, so this is also another use case. Okay, so
Okay.
this is what I wanted to tell you in